Haven't I too? I hope everyone is well, and I'm full of thanks to all of the I who are tuned into this channel right now. So, this video, I just want to make it a continuation to my midwifery and childbirth video, and pretty much what I want to start off by saying is that every child that is born in a hospital or in any setting, but using within any setting outside of the hospital, utilizing the tools of the hospital or relying on the system in any kind of way, those children are pretty much born in sin. And what I mean by that is there's a virus and a sickness on the earth right now, and that virus pretty much, or a parasite or bacteria, reproduces itself or multiplies through women in childbirth. So any child that is born within the system or born utilizing the system is basically the devil's seed. And I don't say that to sound harsh or cynical, pessimistic. I'm just saying that any child that's born in an unnatural way, outside of what the Most High or what God designed, is no longer under the jurisdiction of the Most High. And what does this have to do with childbirth and midwifery in Africa? From living on the continent for a few years now, I've been able to see and observe and witness firsthand how there's a very large percentage of African women who are no longer practicing traditional native quote-unquote midwifery. And a large percentage of women are afraid of birthing at home, or they're afraid of birthing in a natural way. They want you to, for example, I've had women say to me, "Oh, where did you give birth, hospital or at home?" First of all, they look at me as a foreigner anyway to this land. So as a so-called foreigner in their eyes, they're like, "Oh, where was your child born?" I said, "He was born here." At home or in a hospital? At home. They're like, "Why? That's so dangerous. Oh my gosh, it's painful and this and that." And it's like, we've gone so far away from what is real that we just rely on the fake for everything. And specifically, I want to go into Native women, like the San, Khoisan women. Once this sickness and disease has reached these women, if there was only one San woman left on the earth and she gave birth within the system, that would mean that the entire planet, that the entire earth, and humanity as a whole will no longer exist. That means that humanity as a whole has been possessed by evil. Now these women, San women, whose genetics are older or more ancient than the interventions, the modern interventions themselves, these women are now starting to go to clinics, go to hospitals, and getting cut up and ripped up, horrendous things being done to them, almost dying in childbirth. When, like I said, their genetics, their genes are more advanced and was here longer than the hospitals themselves. So I pretty much just want this video to be like encouragement to any female, any woman to just rely on God, rely on yourself, rely on nature and not the system. Because once you do that, you, first of all, have no longer, you have submitted to evil, but then you're bringing your child, your children, within that same program. And now your child, you no longer have a jurisdiction over your child, and your child would no longer be under the jurisdiction of God. That would then literally be the devil's seed, a parasite, a germ, a bad bacteria. And Africa, so-called Africa, where everything started, is where we must reverse, or not reverse, but return to what is real and what is true. Because yeah, in every other place on the earth or in the world, you can see women returning to a more natural way of birthing. But what about the continent where everything started? Because it can be anywhere else on earth, this type of work or returning to a natural way of giving birth, away from evil, outside of evil. But if it doesn't reach Africa, or it doesn't, if Africa doesn't heal that, humanity does not stand a chance. It doesn't. So that's all I want to say right now in this video. I hope that it makes sense. I hope that it resonates. I hope that you can hear what I'm saying and take it in a non-disrespectful way. Yeah. Africa, African women, Native women, indigenous women are not meant to give birth in hospitals or in clinics. And we are not meant to give birth even at home, still utilizing those same practices and same systems. We are not the devil's children. We are God's children. All right, bye.